Well, hello everyone, this is John. Welcome to another episode of Yard to Table Appalachian Homesteading. Welcome to the homestead. I have a $1 pepper rescue. Actually, I got quite a few peppers that I found on sale for $1. It's the end of the season and most people's not growing anything now. But when I found these fellas down here for $1, I had to rescue them, you know. I drove by, there they were, I stopped, and they were regular, way more than $1. But we're gonna up pot these into 5-gallon pots, and we're gonna do some container potting today, and we're gonna talk about what type of soil that I'm gonna use, because I've learned a lot in the last 3 months of growing. Now, I have some peppers behind me, to my left, to my right. Peppers is the #1 thing I'm growing this year. I have peppers in the greenhouse, and yeah, I have a greenhouse now. You know, they said, the experts on YouTube, this gardening channels, they said, if you want to start out gardening, start out with 1 raised bed that year and go from there. The next year maybe add a raised bed, but I started with 5 raised beds somehow. I've got 4 more on the way somehow. I've got a 10-foot by 25-foot greenhouse and a 70-foot strip in the back that's growing a variety of different things. I might have a wee bit of addiction to growing things, but I seem to like it okay. Some things are doing great for me, and some things is not doing so good at all. I am no good at growing broccoli and cauliflower. I am not gonna grow that no more. I have some broccoli and cauliflower over here that I'm gonna harvest the broccoli, and the rest of it I'm gonna pull up and put in peppers. Believe it or not, I've got over 100 peppers I'll be planting. I have almost 30 planted right now. I bought another dozen or so at $1, and I went to a big box store and bought this mini Mimi pepper, I believe. It's a mini pepper. I paid $16 for that, and it is sick and unhealthy. It was not $1 pepper, and I bought some Bonnie plant peppers because I wanted to do some hot peppers. I have everything is sweet peppers that I got and a lot of banana peppers, but I wanted to do some hot peppers too. Although I don't eat hot peppers, I think they're beautiful, and I just want the challenge of growing them. And I want to talk about how to plant them in containers. I'm going to start out this year in 5-gallon pots with them, see how they do. It is late in the season. It is real late in the season to start them, but these will be succession plants that'll come in. Hopefully, if any of these die, I have no idea what I'm going to do with all the peppers I'm growing, but we'll be making stuff with it. Hopefully some stuffed green peppers, and I'm going to show you the peppers that's growing. We've got banana peppers we've already harvested, and we've got some bell peppers that's growing and some other peppers, and everything's blooming and doing good in the raised beds, but we're going to try something different. So, see that tomato plant? Ain't that beautiful? It's in about a 15-gallon tub. I'm planning on putting another tomato plant in there after that one dies out. That is what would be called a bush tomato or determinate tomato. It should quit producing, I believe, here as soon as it makes all of the flowers bud and turn into tomatoes, whatever. It will die out, and then I'll put something else in that container. That's about it could be 20 gallons, I'm not for sure, but these are 5-gallon pots. I have more ordered, but we're gonna make up a special mixture this time of soil. When I first planted the raised beds, I have no clue on mixing the soil or what to put into it. A lot of people said, we'll buy compost from a local supplier that sells compost and try to get it delivered if you can. It's not always possible to have a truckload of compost delivered, and sometimes I talk to people that got compost, a truckload of it, and it was not really good. So I went with what's called, as we can see right here, raised bed soil, organic raised bed soil from Miracle-Gro on the top layer of the raised beds. I did use the horticulture method of putting some logs in 2 of them. One of them I put logs in is only a foot high. That's not tall enough to put logs in, no. That's on the very first videos I done when I started out back a few months ago. But the problem is I used garden soil because it was cheap and it was on sale. I went to Lowe's and had several pallets of Stay Green garden soil delivered to put in the raised beds, and that's not a good idea. That soil continually needs to be tilled and mixed in with your regular native soil because it compacts and gets hard and doesn't drain good. Perfect. Everything's growing good right now, but eventually I'm going to have problems probably with drainage in these raised beds. And peppers do not like wet feet, I'm learning. And these peppers are doing excellent. As you can see, they have blooms on them. They have fruit on them already. I started these indoors. I bought quite a few as starter plants from different big box stores. So they come from different places, and then I started seeding some, and I've got 80 in the greenhouse. That's right, 80 more peppers in cups that I'm going to plant in those raised beds that's coming in. And I'm going to replace some of the stuff that's in here now, like the broccoli and cauliflower that's done with. I don't know. I let it bolt. Something happened to the broccoli. I'm doing okay with peppers, so I'm gonna stick with peppers. And I do enjoy growing the strawberries, even though I've had tremendous problems with the birds and also with the rain. Too much rain makes the strawberries all of a sudden absorb too much water and just burst. Perfect. But, so what's all this stuff I got out here in front of me today? Well, since I've got a little experience of this, the very first video I did planting the cherry tomato plant, I showed you all using this Miracle Grow outdoor potting soil. Yes, there is indoor potting soil. There is regular non-organic. There's so many different things, but I'm going to be mixing several different components here to make the soil for these 5-gallon pots. The thing about peppers, they're perennials. If I take these pots inside in the fall and keep them from getting under 40 degrees, I can keep them alive to next year and have a great start on some peppers. That's my plan. But with a little research and a little work and learning, today when I pot these in these 5-gallon pots, I'm not going to just use straight 100% potting soil or this outdoor organic. I'm going to do a little bit of mixing, and I'm going to use 3 different fertilizers. It's getting hot out here, guys. Yep, why 3 different fertilizers? Glad you asked. We're going to talk about that coming up, because some of it's for starting right now, some of it's nitrogen for the ones that need nitrogen, and some of it's for the long-term life here. We're going to use some Biotone starter. Many of you just use that. That'll go directly on the roots, and deeper down in the pot will be this plant tone organic fertilize, and then some of these that are very pale will get a shot of nitrogen, a half a dose or half strength nitrogen right now to bring them back to green. We don't want to put nitrogen in all of them because we want them to produce fruit, and they're going to want phosphorus. I can't say that very well, but they're going to want phosphorus. And your NPK, you got your nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And we're going to throw in some of this Stay Green synthetic fertilize. Much the same thing as Miracle Grow, just a little bit cheaper probably. This has a 24-8-16. It's a general purpose, but it's more for greening. That 24, that nitrogen, is to bring that dark green back into the ones that need it. So this will be available as a liquid soluble fertilizer directly to them when I pot them. The Episoma stuff will break down and take time to work. The organic Biotone starter has what they call mycorrhizum. No, it's organisms that attach to the roots, and I'm learning these words, and I was looking on the back here to see if I can see it. But this actually puts a fine, small, organic organism that grows on the roots to help the roots absorb water and nutrients better. So this is what you use when we start it. And I did use this on these peppers that's already out here that's doing good. And I also used it when I planted them, up potted them. I bought them originally, the ones that's out here, in some of these small Bonnie cups. They wasn't even quite this big, I don't think. And we have raised them up over the last few months indoors, and then bringing them in and out. And then now they're outdoors. But these today, I'm going to see how much better or worse they do over the next few months in these pots. Today I'm going to only do a few pots. I got more coming, but I'm going to definitely up pot the ones that need nitrogen and get them in some pots. And we're going to mix this soil up. We're going to use 3 parts of the Miracle-Gro, 1 part of something right down here. Oh, I lost a tomato off the table. Oh no. Saved it again. Got tomatoes for $1 too. We're going to use perlite, and we're going to use 1 part perlite. So we're going to put, I'm going to mix this up in the wheelbarrow. I'm going to put 3 5-gallon containers of the Miracle-Gro. I'm going to put 1 5-gallon container of the perlite, a half a container of the raised bed soil, because this is a more organic, more earthy, more chunky mix. And then I'm going to put a half a container of this evergreen compost and manure, and this will also add in microorganisms into the soil. After that, hopefully we can completely go organic only. So let's get started on this. All right, I've already put in 1 5-gallon bag here. Well, this is a 1 cubic foot bag. They go by quarts sometimes, or cubic feet. This is 25 dry quarts. That's about the same as 1 cubic feet. Now, this, I'll do 3 of these, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put the perlite in this one and fill it up, and I'm going to do that here in the wheelbarrow. Now this is volcanic rock. It looks like styrofoam. It's not styrofoam. It's an organic rock. So now I want to dump, oh, not all, but a little less than half of this in here. Oh, it's coming out the bottom of me. This has got holes in the bottom, I forgot. Then I'm going to go ahead and dump 1 complete container. And then, since this has got holes in the bottom, I can use it as a salt shaker. Look at that, it's snowing, guys! I'm gonna go ahead and dump that on in there. I got a little bit here on the ground. So now, I need to add 2 more 5-gallon buckets. So this is gonna make what, guys? 5 gallons, so they'll fill 5 pots. So I'm gonna have to make this up twice. So, you know, when you get to doing just maybe 1 pot, if you just want to do 1 pot, you know, maybe if you want to mix the perlite in there, you can buy smaller bags of perlite. Now I've got the big bags, got a little over there. All right, so that's 2, and I'm gonna need 1 more. Now before I put the other one in there, I'm gonna go ahead and mix some of this up. And I know most people will use gloves when doing this, but no. Now, what this is doing is making this lighter and fluffier so that it'll drain better. I still got to add 1 more 5-gallon bucket of Miracle-Gro, but now we're going to add our half a bucket of compost, which would be 2.5 gallons. And we're going to go ahead and jump that in there. That might be too much. Yep. So when I'm done with this, this mixture I'm putting in here will give me 5 times 5, 25 gallons. Okay, now there's my half a bucket of natural compost. We'll want to add that in there. So that's our third ingredient. The last ingredient will be, now you can do this out on a tarp if you're going to make this much up. And if you want to buy these big bags of perlite, I got these on Amazon. Way cheaper than buying the little bags at the big box stores. I started doing that, and then I quickly realized, oh, that's expensive. And so I went to Amazon, and I think that came in 4 cubic feet. So let's talk about a little bit of cost here. How much is this going to cost to make up this, John? So how much am I going to have in a cubic foot? Or it looks like it's going to take about 20 quarts to fill a 5-gallon. Anybody that knows math maybe can figure that. I just generally Google it. But this is more earthy, got a little bit more sticks in it. And so this cost $10 a bag, but this comes in a 1.5 cubic, let's see, 1.5 cubic bag. So that's $10. One of these bags is $10. Yeah. The perlite for 1 cubic foot is, buying it by bulk, is $10. So if I got 3 of those, $30, $40, $45. The compost is the cheapest, the manure and compost. It's like $4 a cubic bag. I'm only using a half, so that's $2. And then we're going to be adding fertilizer in there. We're going to fertilize this soil. So we got fertilizer cost. I don't know. It's a lot. It's like, we're going to have at least $10 to do a 5-gallon. That's custom made with 4 different components in it. So we're going to have somewhere, I don't know, around $10 to do one of them. The perlite adds some cost. It's all, none of this is cheap products. This is not garden soil. You don't want to put garden soil in your outdoor containers just because that's cheap. It's cheap for a reason. It's not designed for containers. Now perlite is down here in the bottom, so I'm trying to pull that up. I got to add one more. Got to keep this from turning over, guys. So this one bag here is not quite going to get it. I'm going to be short just a little bit. So that means I'm going to have to open up another bag. Let me see if I got another bag of that already open. That's my soil. You might have a little bit of a growing addiction if you get soil delivered to you by the pallet. Yeah, or the raised beds that's coming and other projects. Oh yeah, I built 2 raised beds in the back behind the greenhouse too. I built those. I'll show you them on a video coming up. But yeah, I had a little bit more of this organic potting soil. Okay, so now to reproduce this in these 5-gallon containers will be pretty easy. Now it is cloudy today. The sun is coming out on and off, and it's quite humid out here, but I enjoy doing this more in the evenings, but we have a busy schedule this week. We got tomorrow's video. We're going to be making some stuff out of the garden. Bridget will be back. Hope you liked the video with Bridget and the cucumber salads that we made. Okay guys, I brought you in here a little bit closer. You can see the perlite's not 100% mixed up, but it's close. It's close. It's a little damp, but that's what we got as a consistency. You see a little bit of that wood particles in there that came from the raised bed. Okay, we're going to talk about the different fertilize. Alrighty, we're going to get ready to use some of this Epitoma plant tone. I never can open these bags up right. I have no clue. Easy carry handle. I know it must have some way to open this up better than what I do, because I always just rip a hole in it and make a mess, and there I am. Okay, so I got a little bit of a hole here. Angel showed up. She likes this because this is organic fertilizer that's made out of animal byproducts. And this is a good overall general fertilizer, and we're going to put it at the very bottom. What that's going to do is it's going to cause those roots to go deep in here. And okay, I got it about half full. Well, I said we was going to put it at the bottom, but not quite at the bottom. So this is a big old bag to be handling this way. But I'm used to sprinkling it in there, so I'm just going to sprinkle it all in the bottom. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set this back down here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. Now, that is food for the peppers. When the peppers, when their roots hit that down there, they're going to go like, oh, there's food down there, and they're going to go deep diving into there to find them nutrients down there and make those roots grow, and they're going to find the nutrients. Now, I am going to leave a little bit at the top that we didn't talk about, and the fact that I'm going to put some mulch up here. Now, I have some Miracle-Gro organic mulch that we're going to use. Now, this is pepper sriracha, I guess, I don't know. And it does have a pepper on it. And we're gonna cut that pepper off. We're gonna cut all the peppers off. There's some more peppers over here on the mini pepper, I think. Let's see, yeah, we have another one right here. See that hot, that's a hot pepper of some sort. We're gonna cut that off. We're going to cut all these fruiting peppers off so that they'll focus on growing leaves. Especially this one needs some nitrogen. Now this one will get the fertilizer I was talking about, the synthetic fertilizer that is a general all-purpose but has more nitrogen. We're not going to give this to the peppers unless they need nitrogen, the fact that it will cause them to grow more leaves and not grow fruit. So now I'm just digging down in here. I'll bring you on up here a little bit closer and show you what I'm doing. Now, this is the organic Biotone. It is got stuff in here that mycorrhizal something. I have no idea how you pronounce it, but it does cause these roots to get these microorganisms growing on them, and that's actually good for the plant. So we're actually going to put it just like you see right there. I'm actually rubbing it in to those and putting it right here. And now I'm gonna set that. This is not like a tomato plant. You don't want to cut these off and bury it. These will not grow roots like a tomato plant will. So now here we go, a little bit more of this root tone, and I'm pushing that in that way, and there we go. And you'll be ready for some mulch, but right now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this one. Dustin just pulled up. He just got here today. Maybe he'll want to eat this one. Let's find out.
Oh,
We'll try that one.
Is it hot?
Oh,
Oh, it smells hot.
let me smell. It don't have no smell to it, does it?
Yeah.
You think Eddie? No, I thought Eddie might eat it.
Oh yeah. Eddie, this is for you.
I got another one here. So I'm having to cut all the peppers off. Here's another one. Look at this one.
It's a hot wax, like a banana pepper, a Hungarian hot wax.
A Hungarian hot wax. This got one too. So hold this a minute. I'm having to sacrifice all for the good of the plants. These are coming off.
Seems like the plant's way too small to be producing.
Yeah,
like
it is.
that.
It needs to grow bigger. So that's what we're doing on this video today. And so there's another one for Eddie.
All right. He liked the banana pepper the other day.
Yeah, it wasn't hot.
I know.
All right, one down and set over to the side. I'm gonna leave some space in here. Once again, I'm gonna pull out this tag and put it over here in the middle. I've been terrible about keeping up with tags this year. Now this one you can see is root bound. I'm gonna get some of this, didn't make my hole quite yet. I'm gonna get some of this root tone. As you can see, I'm rolling it in there and it's down in the hole. And I'm pushing this back up on it here. And this one, we're gonna make some liquid fertilizer, some liquid synthetic nitrogen to feed this one. I'm making up the ones that I know need the nitrogen today first. All right, next pot. Go ahead and drop a few of these off here. I need me a scooper bucket of some kind. All righty. Go up to the same point. Yep, we don't measure. That's going to take several weeks to break down, and it takes several weeks for those roots to get there. And so for right now, this root starter will kick it in. And so let's make us a little place here. Now there's a huge chunk that would have came out of the raised bed. We don't need that. So what's next over here? Here's another one. Ghost pepper. This is from Chef Jeff's, and we are getting rain coming down, and we're gonna have to go inside. But these are gonna get some natural rain on them. Better put this wheelbarrow up. I might have a wheelbarrow full of mud with this rain. Hopefully it won't last long, but we're gonna set this over here and try to get everything in, and then we'll be right back as soon as the rain stops. Okay, so these peppers are eatable. I'm gonna cut them, and it will now start focusing on making more greens. Greenery, more leaves, instead of focusing on making peppers here. Look at those, nice. I bought these, this were on here. I saw these when they come into Lowe's weeks ago. Oh. for a tiny, tiny pepper. Look at this. I could have let this keep growing. This one didn't come out. These are, I think these are bad. What do y'all think? I don't know. Let's open it up and see what it looks like on the inside. I don't know. Maybe that's the way they look. So now I'm going to look for any blooms, any other peppers that might be coming. Now I don't have another pot yet to up pot this, but this will be going to a 5-gallon pot. And I will straighten it up when I repot it. So there we got all of that fruit. Now let's look here. Seems like, which we got some off a little while ago. Yep, here's some small ones right here. Let's look right here. Yep, cute as those are, we want to say, nope, you're not quite mature enough to be making peppers. So we're cutting a pepper, I think so. So we're cutting those peppers off there. And then this one right here, this hot pepper, has some blooms on it. And we're going to do away those blooms. Let's see down here. Here's another bloom. Do away those blooms. There's a little yellow leaf that's pretty much dead. So there we go. We're trimming out blooms and peppers. Got a lot of blooms on this one. But yeah, we want to do away with these. I know some people say we just leave those blooms and let them grow. But I don't. And you'll see over here, I picked the peppers off of these that's growing over here now when they were little like this, and that got them growing and made them bushy. If I continue to let them make fruit, they would be small like this. This is bred and grew, or whatever you call it, to make it small. But in general, you don't want your pepper plants to be small. You want them to be pretty decent size. So here we go. We got one more on here. This is a pepper sriracha. Pepper sriracha. See that? Got one of them on here. See that right there? All right. Now, we'll take those to Eddie. Eddie likes those hot peppers. These items here will probably go back down to the greenhouse for a day or two until the pots come in. So let me get the camera, and I'm gonna take you on a little tour and show you the other peppers. All right, this is one of the rescue peppers, and then this is one that I planted by seed. They're already starting to flower, as you can see. I did give them a little nitrogen, probably shouldn't have since they're flowering, but anyways, it'll get washed out pretty quick. The leaves you see here are way darker than here. But I see over here, these look like they're a little light green also on some of the peppers I've got growing over here. Almost makes me think they need a shot of nitrogen, so it's something I'll look into over the next few days, because we definitely don't want this pale green, and even these are a little pale to me. But let's see how high this one is. We're at about, let's see, get this down here, about 7 inches on that one. And on these, let's see. Oh, top leaf at 10 inches, and from top leaf almost 10 inches on this one, 9.5. So, and then over here, let's see here. Here's a nice tall one. As we can see here, it's looking a little light. So I'm going to do some research and check this and see what's going on here. This don't look like I want it to. I'm not seeing, I'm seeing a lot of blooms on this one, and I'm seeing a little bit of fruit starting here. But now this one's got something on it. Maybe that comes off, maybe there's some kind of flower petal still on there, but there's plenty of petals on this one, and this one's right at 2 foot tall. We're going to expect these to probably get up to 3 foot tall. Here's another one, and here's my cucumbers, or some of my cucumbers. As we look on the inside, we see peppers all down through here. We have peppers all on this side, everything from some that's 2 foot tall. Got plenty of blooms in this one. Here's one with a bell pepper on it, a couple of bell peppers on them. Some of these are producing huge banana peppers. Already we've been harvesting them. Sometimes you gotta see the banana peppers on the back side over here, but here we got another one starting to make bell peppers all down through there. Then we got plenty of blooms up here, and if I need to, this trellis will help me hold them up. These could have probably been a little closer to the trellis, but I do have smaller ones in here, so I do have quite a few peppers in each section. This cucumber here is doing what I wanted to do to grow up and start producing cucumbers that hang down, so you can just pick them from here. Here's some here. Oh, here's 3 down in here. The bottom is really kicking out some cucumbers down here, and I think there's another one on the other side, but that's one plant making multiple shoots off of it. There's the zucchini. That's squash. I keep calling it zucchini. I thought I had zucchini, but no. Somehow planted squash. I think this is cucumbers here too, and what I do is I try to train it in the block I want it to go in, and I kind of move it around a little bit. I'm not doing very good with the cauliflower. I'm not happy with the cauliflower, no. So I think that's going to go. My broccoli bolted. Yep, I lost the broccoli. I got one that might still be good here. We might harvest it tomorrow, but I've done no good with the cauliflower or the broccoli. So this is going to be space for peppers to grow, because I have peppers. I haven't showed you the greenhouse. There's the greenhouse, and inside the greenhouse is about 80 more sweet peppers. So if I take out this cauliflower here, that side, and all of that side, I can make some room for more peppers. So these are all gourds. You can see here, these were mixed gourds, so it's a surprise you when you plant these. Since it's mixed seeds, you don't really know what you're getting. I do like how these are climbing up here, and hopefully they'll climb up, and I'll have little gourds. Hopefully they'll climb up and I'll have little gourds coming up. Right here I'm doing a time lapse. I like trying to see if this cucumber will move towards the camera. It seems to want to reach out towards the camera at times, so don't know how well it's doing today. It usually does it better on sunny days, but here we got a little cucumber going there, and here it goes up the trellis just like over here. And I've got some tiny pepper plants like this one. This one could use some nitrogen. That one needs nitrogen. This one is nice, dark and green, producing fruit, so we don't want to put nitrogen on this one. It needs phosphorus. This one, it's in between. It could probably use a little nitrogen and a little phosphorus to bring these colors back. With the rain coming in like it does wash out a lot of the fertilizer. So, and then we have peppers down this side we haven't looked at. And on this side, some of these are really, really blooming out. I can see multiple 1, 2, 3, up to maybe a dozen peppers that's already coming into form, plus all these other blooms. And then here's one. This is going to be, I'm going to think, a banana pepper, and it's full of blooms. And the same way down there. And as you can see, I seem to be doing better with the peppers than I am anything else. And so I'm going to keep doing that. Now we can see here, see this darker green? I'm not seeing that here in the banana peppers. I don't know if they're just naturally lighter or they use more nitrogen. But that tells me these could use a little bit more nitrogen, even though they are fruiting. Probably. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. You're probably not supposed to give them nitrogen when they're fruiting. I see a little problem right there. I see 2 cucumbers right down there, and I cannot let them turn yellow or that plant will stop producing. So these little rascals hide on me. I'm trying to cut out everything in the bottom parts so they won't be down in here, but this is my main leaves right now. But as I get some more leaves up here to support the plant, I'll take some of these bottom leaves out. And this branch here, I'm actually sending it up through here. I've been letting it grow out, but it'll come up through there. And this one will come up through here like that. And I've got some little ties I tie them down with it. So I'm gonna send that up, right up through there. All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to close this video out. All right, everyone, thanks for spending some time with me today talking about peppers, how to mix soil for them, how to fertilize them. Everybody has their own way of doing things. There's some people that use so many different things. Some people don't even use fertilize. They fertilize them one time and whatever comes out that year is what comes out. Some people fertilize twice. That's all depends on the person and what they're used to doing. Some people, like me, if they're new, are just learning about fertilize and or how to fertilize things with fertilizer. So yeah, I think it's coming along okay for my first garden, but I still got a lot to learn. I feel like the broccoli and cauliflower, I'm not going to do that again. They beat me on that one. I did not produce, sweating. They did not produce anything and take up a lot of space and time. So I did get some lettuce and did good with lettuce, so I'll do that again. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody that's subscribed to the channel. We're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers at this point, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. God bless you all. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye.